Here's one for you. How many golf clubs do you really need in your golf bag? The other day I was thinking, why is there a 14 club limit in golf? So I hit the internet up and I came up with this. At the end of 1936, the USGA and the RNA announced a 14 club limit to take effect in 1938. No one really knows why the number 14 was chosen. The most likely answer is because of standardization of golf clubs at the time. A set of golf clubs typically comprised of 9 irons, a putter and 4 woods. So I thought, how many clubs do you actually need to be able to play half decent golf? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play like 3 or 4 holes and I'm taking half a set out. 3, gone, 5, 7, 9, gap wedge, and I don't think I need my forward or free hybrid. Gone. Let's talk briefly about how it could potentially change golf, and let's talk about how playing with only half a set can really help your game, and we're going to give you a few tips along the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Instead of rolling the ball back, should we roll back the number of clubs that we're allowed to use? Oh, comment section is going to go wild with that one, I can feel it. I'm back here at Pula Golf Resort in Mallorca. I'm on the 15th and I've got a 427 yard par 4 driver. And if you've never done this before, taken half of your set out and gone and played 9 holes or anything, I recommend you doing it. And we'll talk about why as we go round. Do you think if I strap those clubs there, they're going to stay, or is that risky business? No, I've bottled it. They're all going to go up there. A bit more sensible, I think. I've hit a perfect 117 middle. And straight off, here's why this is so great for you to go and try. 117 is pretty much a perfect gap wedge. And I don't have one now. I've either got my 58 or my pitching wedge. 58 is going to have to be hit really hard. Pitching wedge is going to have to be hit pretty soft. Taking half your clubs away from your armory is just going to help you grow your skill set. It's going to help with your visualization of different types of shots that you're not maybe used to playing. I've gone for my pitching wedge here. Pin is at the front of the green by the looks of it. It's probably 105 yards to the pin. Now I probably could force my 58 there, but any slight miss hit, I'm coming up short. I want to be trying to hit this green, getting my greens and regulations up as much as possible. Slope comes in from the right. I'm going to aim up the right slightly. If it pitches short, it's not going to stop because it's going to be a slightly lower, more punchier shot compared to that 58 that would go super high and stop quick. Understanding the patterns of these shots and experimenting with these shots will just give you more shots when you have all of your clubs. Pitching wedge up the right, grip down to take a bit of speed off, a little sort of pitchy shot. Struck it nice. I've played that nicely. Even though I didn't have the correct club that I would normally hit, I'm able to change my setup, change my swing speed, adjust slightly other things like my grip to be able to produce a shot that's successful. So if we were to reduce the amount of clubs that golfers were allowed, would that make golf just that little bit harder? I pitched nicely on the green, just rolled out and hit it pin high. Clubhouse and range over there looking lovely this morning. Because I think if you put any great golfer, say the ones on the TV for instance, on tour, and you give them half a set, they'll still score well. But I reckon you put them in situations, let's say that I was the same distance away there, but I was in the rough. My pitching wedge shot becomes so much harder to control the spin, to control the landing spot, the distance, everything changes when I'm in that rough. And to try and smash a 58 out the rough, your strike is going to vary so much high and low on that face. Spin rate's going to change so much as well. It just becomes loads harder. I would want my gap wedge in that situation. Oh, that turned loads. Taking clubs out doesn't help read putts, does it? So if you were to have only half your clubs, what score do you think you would do on 18 holes? I know that we used to play like 3 clubs and a putter and people would used to shoot their handicap. So it is doable. But if you had half a set, in the comments down below, what do you reckon you could shoot? And what clubs would you use? I know I've taken all my odds out, but if you were only to have 7 clubs to buy and pick, what ones would you put in your bag? Putter, obviously, so now you've only got 6 left. Par 4, dogleg left, 400 yards downhill, water on the left. Cannot go left. Do not go left, coach. Little cut, little heely cut, which is quite nice, but I think it's gone long of the fairway in the bunker. So I think if you were to take clubs out of people like the PGA Tour, LPA, PGA Tour, Live Tour, whichever tour, best golfers in the world, I think that they would hate that in situations they can't use the club that they want. Don't get me wrong, they get used to only having that amount of clubs and still be pretty good at using the ones that they've got. But I reckon that scoring averages and stats basically would change. So that's enough of the discussion on whether taking clubs out of people's bags, making the limit on golf clubs should change or not. Let's try and help you in an educational way on how to maybe get that golf ball round the golf course a bit better, because I know higher handicaps that I teach struggle with this quite a lot. Being able to take distance off shots, being able to add distance to shot, instead of just having this is my yardage, this is my club, this is how I hit it. Let's give you some more options. I'm 150 to the middle of the green here. I've got my 8 iron. Now 8 iron 150 is probably a little bit too much. It's downhill, it's downwind, so this is probably only playing like 142, 145 maybe, and an 8 iron is too much. So how would I go about hitting this shot? I know I'm in the bunker, but it's the same rules that apply to out on the fairway. If I want to take some distance off, I can grip down a little bit. You want to be skilled at understanding how to take speed off of your swing and adding speed to your swing. And I've got a great drill for you. Before I give you that drill, if you're not subscribed to the channel and you're enjoying it, make sure you hit that big red button. Last 28 days, we got it above 50% of you guys watching are subscribed. Let's get that to near 60. Come on, Lockey Army, hit that red button. And make sure you hit that like button if you are enjoying the videos, and turn that bell notification on so you get notified of when I upload all my new videos. So taking distance off, you can twist the face open a little bit to add some loft. So this would turn it into basically a 9 instead of your 8, and then grip it. That will change your face to path a smidge, so you're probably likely to hit a bit of a cut. So you want to think about start direction and where you want to start that golf ball. The other option, set yourself up as normal and just be good at controlling your speed. Now this people find hard. So when you're next practicing, let's just say you've got your 7 iron in your hand and you're hitting your 7 iron, it's going X distance. I want you to then grab your 8 iron, hit it hard and try and hit it the same distance. I then want you to grab your 6 iron, hit it soft, try and hit that same distance. Get skilled at changing your swing speed and still trying to find that strike. See which you perform better at, because when you're on the course in a situation like this, my 8 iron, I know if I was to go pitch and wedge and hit it hard, situation wise, I'm not going to do that, because when I hit it hard, I draw it more. There's water on the left here. Don't want to go left, so I'm going to go with my easy 8. You'll find your patterns. You'll work out which you strike better. You'll find out which shape you like more to see. Oh, that's aggressive. Is that you, Coach Lockey? Perhaps I should be taking half a set out. That's where I've been going wrong all these years. We'll get to the hard shot and how to push clubs a little bit further in just a second. Let me try and knock that birdie putt in. What a shot that was. 8 iron bunker, little taken off of it to, what's that, 6 feet? Thank you. So when you're next out here and you decide to play this little fun game of taking half a set out, these are the sorts of shots that you'll just get better at. These are the sorts of shots that good players have in their golf bag that they can use at any point. They're using it for situation, pin positions, water on certain sides of the holes and where the hazards are, if they don't want to move the ball away from the out of bounds, those sorts of things. They're using all of these skills all the time, and you can try and add them to your game. Let's tap this one in. Oh God, that's not even close. I thought all balls move towards the water. That's definitely gone away from the water. That's two terrible putts I've hit. .158 uphill. 158 would normally be my 8-iron, but probably in this situation uphill I would hit a 7, so it's going to be a hard 8. So when you're out on the course or on the range practicing how to hit a more lofted club harder, add these little skills into your game. I want you to tiny bit of twist the opposite way that we did for taking distance off. So twist it a little bit shut, then grip it. You can also whack it back in your stance a little bit too. Okay, this will get a bit of shaft lean going to sort that face out to stop you drawing it so much. I also want you to feel like you're going to move paths way to the right and really explode and push out of this left side as much as you can. This is where, if you don't practice hitting it hard on the range too, that's another skill that you want to add to your armoury. I am going full explosive push in the ground, and you're taking a bit of loft off too by closing that face, making that ball go a little bit further. Little draw, big push out of my lead side. Oh God, is this really me playing golf? I think that's pretty much in 10 feet again. What? My approach play is still top form. Oh, stop it. So, do we need 14 clubs in our bag or not? I definitely think in certain situations having more clubs will help, like in the rough, etc, etc. If you're on the fairways, I don't think it matters that much, especially for good players. And I think if you're a higher handicap, you need to start adding these sorts of skills into your golf bag and your golf swing. Be able to take loft off, be able to add loft, be able to swing slower and faster with different clubs, same clubs. Give yourself options from the same yardage. So 150, be able to hit a 6, 7 and 8. You ask any decent golfer to do those sorts of skills, they'll probably be able to do it. Ask yourself, can you? If you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Turn that bell notification on, people, so you don't miss all my new videos. Thanks all for watching. I'm gonna leave you with this. A boring par. See you in the next video.